Welcome, everyone, to another episode of LoveEncore. Today, I have two unbelievable guests from Beijing, China. Well, they're not from Beijing, China. I have Betsy and Warren.
Hello.
Oh, your company is
Married
called
with Luggage.
Married with Luggage. Tell me a little bit about Married with Luggage.
Married with Luggage is the website and company we started when we decided to take our midlife crisis on the road. we we decided in 2008 that life was short after some health crises and people really close to us. And we spent the next 2 years saving and changing our lives completely. Sold everything that we owned and hit off to travel the world.
And now we write about that experience through our website as well as through the books that we write while we're on the road.
Yeah, the thing that people find most interesting, I think, is not necessarily the story of us traveling to places like Beijing and the things that we're doing now, but how we were able to create a life together to achieve these kinds of dreams. And that's what we write about on the website.
Yep.
So let's hear a little background on this, because I know this is the second time around for you guys.
Yes,
So-
yes, it is. It is our second marriage. We call this the happy marriage. Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, we actually joke that the first time around is all training for the second.
We ended up getting married and moving to Boston, and we're there and we're living kind of the life that you would expect, where you're constantly buying a larger house and you're accumulating more things together. And what we did is we put a priority list of what was most important to us individually and together as a couple. And we started living our lives according to those tenets, and it became guidelines.
You know what? If everyone abided by that, I think we would have a lot more passionate people out there, and people who are happy. I mean, it sounds like you guys are happy and living the dream, so to speak.
Yeah, we are definitely happy, but it could not have happened if we hadn't had that moment where we said, here's what's important to us.
Right. I think it makes a huge difference when you are able to talk with a partner and you're able to say, this is what I really want, and I want us to have this kind of relationship and this kind of lifestyle. And when you're younger, it's harder to have that kind of conversation. A, because you don't really know. Life experience gives that to you. And B, you've made those mistakes before, so you're able to say to your partner, I wasn't as vocal about this with my last partner as I should have been, and I saw what happened. So I want to tell you, it's really, really important to me that this happens or that doesn't happen. And you can design a life that, even if you're not traveling the world, it's a life that's meaningful to you and a relationship that works.
Right. That makes a lot of sense. Now, do you have children?
No kids. No. We've taken all the medical procedures to make sure that will not happen.
That alleviated a lot of the pressure, so to speak, if you don't have to worry about that. And that also allows you the flexibility to move around the country more than, if your children in schools, and that's the reason I asked that question.
Yeah, absolutely. It's there is no doubt that it became an easier process.
Sure.
Now we know people that have chosen lifestyles. I don't think it changes necessarily your decision to prioritize things in life as far as what's most important.
Right.
But it is something we can't relate to as far as how challenging it would be to move around the country with a brood of children.
No.
So let me ask you more specifically towards the viewers that watch my show are single, second time around, third time, whatever, and some of them don't have partners to travel with. Do you have any suggestions as far as that goes? Because I think travel is something that people do universally like to do, but to travel alone sometimes isn't the ideal either.
Well, we meet a lot of single travelers, and the thing that I'll tell you is, if you travel to a foreign country and you stay in a hostel or a guest house, at first, especially if you live in the United States, you think, "Oh, hostel, that sounds terrible."
I was already getting scared.
Whatever. In the rest of the world, a hostel is actually a very nice place, and it's a community gathering. You can't help but meet other people.
Yeah.
You can't help, and believe me, there are hookups that go on in those places all the time. All the time.
Right in front of everybody.
No.